Here are the 20 steps of my Rube Goldberg machine. Steps 2, 9, 11, 13, and 18 has incline plane in both of them. Steps 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, and 16 has lever in both of them. And steps 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14 has wheels in both of them.
Just run away, run, renegades, run to get away. And we just run because we ain't giving it up how to get away. Always a haunted place. Oh, when you and I are the ghosts, how I wanna take you home. But we're just run away, run, renegades, nowhere could have stayed.
The gravitational potential energy starts at the higher place because my phone is on the ground. The gravitational potential energy is at 0 because the dominoes and the books are both at the ground. When I call my phone, my kinetic energy stays the same because my phone is not moving. Once the vibration begins, it gradually increases its kinetic energy. When my phone activates the dominoes, the kinetic energy goes up and down. When the dominoes hit the bigger book, the kinetic energy goes up and down as well, but with a slower speed because of its larger mass. When the books hit the football, the kinetic energy increases. The gravitational potential energy stays at 0 because all the actions happen in the ground. However, once step 8 happens, the gravitational potential energy increases rapidly when the door opens and the ball falls down. The gravitational potential energy then decreases because the ball rolls down an inclined plane. It stays constant when the ball hits another ball. The kinetic energy decreases because the speed of falling books is smaller than the speed of the football. It then goes up and down when the dominoes are activated. It then increases when the door opens and the ball falls down. It slows down a little when the ball falls down into the inclined plane. It then drops when it hits another ball. Kinetic energy here is lower than the kinetic energy in step 10 because the inclined plane is less steep. When the ball hits the elastic ball, the kinetic energy increases because the tube is placed in a steeper angle. When the elastic ball rolls out and hits the dominoes, the kinetic energy goes up and down. When it hit the books, the kinetic energy goes up and down, but in a lower speed because of its larger mass. The gravitational potential energy goes from high to low because the objects are moving from an inclined plane to the ground. The gravitational potential energy stays at 0 at the start because the books are on the ground. However, before it reaches step 17, the gravitational potential energy raises up rapidly when an elastic band is released up to the sky. It then stays constant as the elastic band hits the cup with a needle. The gravitational potential energy then decreases when the cup with the needle slides down the inclined plane. It doesn't go completely to 0 because my balloon is placed on top of an object. The kinetic energy starts up and down because of the books placed like dominoes. When the elastic band is released, the kinetic energy goes up rapidly as well. Speed then slows down when it hits the cup with the needle. The kinetic energy then increases when the cup falls down the inclined plane. It slows down a little and then continues to increase its speed.
a haunted place. Oh, and you and I are the ghosts. How I wanna take you home, but we just run, run, run.
Friction is important at the start of my machine because I want to place my phone at a place where my phone wouldn't just go down immediately. It needs to take some vibration to go down.
Run, run, renegades, nowhere could have stayed.
The larger the mass, the higher the air resistance. In my case, I do not need to reduce the air resistance because it doesn't affect my results. It is actually more effective for me to use larger books in order to open the door.
Oh, and you and I are the ghosts. How I wanna take you home, but we just run, run, runaways, run, run, renegades, nowhere we could have stayed. I always used to feel like a lone soul without a home, but now I've come to realize